A lot has been happening at Tesla lately. Layoffs, executive departures, the company missed expectations for deliveries despite slashing prices on their cars, and all of that led to a decline in profit and revenue in the first quarter. But this has all happened before. In fact, the situation was much the same 5 years ago exactly. Tesla missed its delivery expectations, it was slashing prices and laying off workers. So we know what Elon Musk does in times like this. He attempts to distract from the problems Tesla is facing presently with grandiose promises for the future. And most of these promises have to do with autonomous driving. And he's following this pattern again. Right now, he has a robotaxi presentation scheduled for August. But let's look back 5 years ago at a similar presentation he made then. That was Autonomy Day. And at that presentation, he said this.
And we expect to have the first operating robotaxis next year.
And just in case you thought Elon misspoke, he said it again, more than once.
I feel very confident predicting autonomous robotaxis for Tesla next year. From our standpoint, if you fast forward a year, just maybe a year and 3 months, but next year for sure, we will have over 1 million robotaxis on the road.
Again, this was 5 years ago, and Tesla still does not have a single functioning robotaxi on the road. And that's very important because of the larger story Elon Musk was trying to tell about Tesla. That the company and the cars that consumers are buying from them will be more valuable thanks to robotaxis.
If you buy a Tesla today, I believe you are buying an appreciating asset, not a depreciating asset.
Musk said that just a couple of weeks before Autonomy Day on the Lex Fridman podcast. Then he doubled down in the presentation.
Really fundamental message that consumers should be taking today is that it's financially insane to buy anything other than a Tesla.
But as many may know, Tesla cars have not appreciated in value over the past 5 years. In fact, used Tesla prices have cratered by 45% or more in the past 2 years. While in retrospect, it's easy to see this claim as ridiculous. Let me tell you something. It was ridiculous in the moment. MarketWatch columnist Therese Paletti crafted a column that night that said that Elon Musk was just another car salesman at this point, willing to say anything he could to sell more of his electric vehicles. We received a lot of emails in response to that column, some of them from car salesmen who were very angry we would equate Elon Musk with them. What they said is, every car salesman knows cars do not appreciate in value. But Musk has continued to make these statements. On Tuesday, as he delivered that disappointing first quarter earnings report, he had this to say.
Really, the way to think of Tesla is almost entirely in terms of solving autonomy and being able to turn on that autonomy for a gigantic fleet. And I think it might be the biggest asset value appreciation in history when that day happens, when you can do unsupervised full self-driving.
And Musk himself says that those who don't believe him about autonomy shouldn't invest in Tesla.
If somebody doesn't believe Tesla's going to solve autonomy, I think they should not be an investor in the company.
But to actually believe that Tesla is going to be a leader in autonomy, there isn't much evidence beyond Elon Musk's statements. Companies like Waymo already have robotaxis operating on the road. Tesla is going to show off a prototype robotaxi this summer, but then has a long way to go in terms of testing those cars, training those cars, and getting regulatory approvals in places where they need to operate. On the other side of that is just Elon Musk's statements. And as we see from history, those often don't come true.